Welcome to PNG Insight. Today we will be taking a trip down the memory lane and explore the history of Papua New Guinea's prime ministers, from political changes to key events since gaining independence in 1975. So let's dive in. Our journey begins with Michael Somare.
A lot of people in this country thought, we wouldn't be able to do it. They were talking in terms of 2 or 3 decades, while I was talking in terms of few years.
Papua New Guinea is a political democracy. Politics and politicians have been a dominant part of the 20 years as an independent nation. The political events that preceded self-government and independence remain a closed chapter.
Also known as the father of the nation, he served as PNG's prime minister for 3 non-consecutive terms, from 1975 to 1980, 1982 to 1985, and 2002 to 2012. As a prominent leader from the Marape region, he played a crucial role in shaping PNG's early political landscape and was a driving force behind the country's push for independence.
After 12 months in the office, the sea remains rough, but we are piloting the ship to safer waters. We can see the sea getting calmer, the rain slowing down, and the wind weakening. The sun is beginning to shine. The navigator has confidently plotted a course to take. The kina is stable and gaining in value. The foreign reserve is healthy.
Following Sir Michael Somare, Sir Julius Chen from the New Guinea Island region took office as the Prime Minister from 1980 to 1982, and again from 1994 to 1997. Notably, during the J's second term, PNG faced a challenging period known as the Line Crisis, involving a private military company. His leadership and decisions during this period were widely debated and continue to be a topic of discussion in PNG political history.
Insubordination cannot be tolerated. The government has acted. The Executive Council has decided that it should be removed. And we have appointed Mr. Alfred Icon, and he's been supported by the ranks and files of the Defense Force.
International terrorists, as far as I'm concerned. Read in background below. They go to third world countries and make those third world countries become banana republics. They will make national forces become totally useless. That's what they nearly did here. This force must continue to protect the sovereignty and defend its people, right?
Paias Wingti, a prominent figure from the Highlands region, served as PNG's Prime Minister from 1985 to 1988, and again from 1992 to 1994. He is known for his economic reforms, including the changing of PNG's currency and financial systems. However, his time in office was also marked by political challenges and a motion of no confidence, resulting in changes in leadership.
I think the key word is stability. You need a government that must stay there for 5 years. You need a prime minister who is the captain of the ship for 5 years without looking at his back. Who's going to run away from him?
The late Sir Rabbie Namaliu from the New Guinea Islands region held office as PNG's Prime Minister from 1988 to 1992. He is remembered for his diplomatic efforts in regional and international relations, advocating for PNG's interest on the global stage. His leadership was also characterized by efforts to promote sustainable development and conservation in PNG's rich natural resources.
Gentlemen of the press, I am tremendously honored and privileged to have had this time with the President. First time for a Prime Minister from Papua New Guinea to meet with the President of the United States.
So what did you discuss specifically in the growing relationship? What kind of relationship?
Several aspects, apart from the political, diplomatic aspects of the relationship. I also took up questions relating to technical assistance in relation to investment, trade, a whole range of economic relations.
You discussed the geopolitical situation in your region. I understand that you have now a military agreement with the U.S.
We have in any detail, but we do have defense cooperation between our defense forces and the United States.
The late Bill Skate, hailing from the southern region, served as PNG's Prime Minister from 1997 to 1999. He was known for his charismatic leadership style and was a popular figure among the urban population. However, his time in the office was also marked by controversies and criticism. His leadership was weak.
Bill Skate, the embattled sitting Prime Minister, the first since independence from the southern region, was beset with enormous political challenges both within his own ranks and externally went against him. Bill Skate walked over and congratulated his fellow Gulf brother.
Late Sir Melusi Morauta, also from the southern region, served as PNG's Prime Minister from 1999 to 2002. He is recognized for his efforts to promote transparency and good governance, including anti-corruption measures and fiscal reforms. Under his leadership, PNG pursued economic reforms and strengthened its engagement with the international community.
When I look back, I recall very clearly someone talking to me in 1979-80, Sir John Crawford, a famous Australian. He told me, or made a statement, saying that Papua New Guinea's standard of policy making and government public service was so high, the quality was so good, so early in this nation's life. His challenge to me was, could those standards be sustained? Because possibly you couldn't better them. So the task of sustaining a nation with those qualities was going to be our challenge. When I look back now, I find he was right.
I think it would be fair for me to describe corruption as both systemic and systematic. Systemic because it has invaded the whole processes of policy making and decision making. It has drowned the whole system, so it's systemic. It's systematic because it's organized.
Peter ONeill, hailing from Highlands region, held office as PNG Prime Minister from 2012 to 2019, making him one of the longest-serving Prime Ministers in PNG's history. ONeill's leadership was marked by a focus on infrastructure development, including major investments in roads, airports, and other key projects. However, his time in office was also marred by controversies and criticisms, including allegations of corruption and social unrest, leading to political challenges and changes in leadership towards the end of his tenure.
In 2011, this floor threw out a legitimate prime minister.
James Marape, also from the Highlands region, assumed office as PNG Prime Minister in 2019 and is currently serving Prime Minister. His emphasis is on taking back PNG with a focus on economic empowerment, social welfare and anti-corruption measures. Marape's leadership has also been marked by efforts to promote national unity and address key issues such as health, education and infrastructure development. It is worth mentioning here that PNG has also had interim prime ministers during transitional periods. John Guiano served as interim prime minister to Sir Julius Chen in 1997 during the Sen Line crisis, and Sam Abal served as interim prime minister to Sir Michael Somare in 2010 to 2011 when the late Somare was hospitalized in Singapore. These interim prime ministers played important roles in maintaining stability during the challenging times in PNG's history. And there you have it, a brief overview of Papua New Guinea's prime minister since gaining independence in 1975. From Sir Michael Somare, the founding father of the nation, to the current serving Prime Minister James Marape. Its leader has left a mark on PNG's political landscape, facing unique challenges and making significant contributions. Thank you for joining us on this journey through PNG's history. Do not forget to like, comment and subscribe to PNG Insight.